I love you, Molly. It's amazing, Molly. The love inside, you take it with you.
It's a love story that begins with a murder and ends with a ghost who won't let go. When Sam Wheat is killed in a robbery gone wrong, he finds himself trapped between worlds, unseen, unheard, and desperate to warn the woman he loves. But his death wasn't an accident. With only a con artist psychic, Oda Mae Brown, able to hear him, Sam must find a way to protect Molly from beyond the grave. Ghost, 1990, gave us passion, heartbreak, and that unforgettable pottery scene. But behind the romance lies a world of secrets and strange details most fans never noticed. Get ready to uncover 20 weird facts you never knew about Ghost. Fact 1. It was almost a Paul Hogan comedy. Believe it or not, Ghost was first offered to Crocodile Dundee star Paul Hogan, but he turned it down, thinking it wasn't funny enough and would flop. Instead, he made his own version, Almost an Angel, a comedy about an ex-con who dies and returns to Earth for unfinished business. Hogan was sure it would be a hit, even casting Charlton Heston as God. Unfortunately, the film bombed at the box office and was torn apart by critics. I guess you could say Almost an Angel is now almost forgotten. Fact 2. It was a game changer for the director. Ghost was Jerry Zucker's first solo project after co-directing comedies like Airplane and Top Secret, a huge shift from slapstick humor to supernatural romance. Writer Bruce Joel Rubin, known for Jacob's Ladder, initially worried Zucker might turn it into a comedy, but after meeting him, those fears disappeared. Both shared the same vision, to blend love, mystery, and the spiritual into one powerful story. Fact 3. Bruce Willis thought the movie would flop. At the time, he was offered the role of Sam Wheat opposite his real-life wife, Demi Moore, but turned it down. He just couldn't see how a love story between a dead man and a living woman would work. Ironically, 9 years later, he starred in The Sixth Sense, playing a dead man. Willis later admitted he regretted passing on Ghost. And as it turned out, audiences loved exactly what he doubted. Fact 4. Hesitation for Swayze. Screenwriter Bruce Joel Rubin knew Patrick Swayze was perfect for Ghost after hearing him speak about losing his father. But director Jerry Zucker wasn't convinced. He still saw Swayze as the tough guy from Roadhouse. That changed after Swayze's screen test. His emotional reading of the final scene moved Zucker to tears, proving he had the depth the role needed. The man once deemed too tough for a love story became the heart of one of cinema's greatest romances. Fact 5. Japanese remake. In 2010, Japan released Ghost. In Your Arms Again, a remake with a twist. This time, it's the woman who dies and becomes the ghost. The story follows Nanami, a businesswoman killed in a mysterious accident who must protect her husband, Kim, from beyond the grave. With stunning visuals and heartfelt emotion, it felt less like a remake and more like a spiritual companion to the original Ghost. Fact 6. Demi Moore's disappearing locks. Demi Moore was cast as Molly, partly because she could cry on cue, but when she arrived on set, her long hair was gone, replaced by a short pixie cut. Director Jerry Zucker was unsure at first, but later admitted the look gave Molly a raw, emotional realism that suited the story. In the era of 80s big hair, her simple bob made the character feel refreshingly real. Fact 7. Swayze's grief. While filming the scene where Sam's ghost looks down at his own body, Patrick Swayze had to face a plaster replica of himself, and it hit too close to home. The sight brought back painful memories of his father's death and nearly made him faint. That moment reopened old wounds, giving his performance a raw authenticity that still feels haunting today. Rest in peace, Patrick Swayze. Fact 8. Creepy, beyond creepy, sound effects. When villains like Willie and Carl die in Ghost, shadowy demons drag them to hell, a scene that terrified audiences. But the real horror lies in how those sounds were made. The demon's screams came from recordings of a baby crying, slowed down and played in reverse to create that eerie, inhuman wail. Knowing that innocent cries were turned into something so nightmarish makes it even more chilling. And for Tony Goldwyn, who played Carl, the horror didn't end there. Some fans hated him so much, they even refused to serve him in real life. Fact 9. The highest-grossing movie of 1990. When Ghost hit theaters, it shattered expectations, earning over $505 million worldwide on a $22 million budget and even beating Home Alone at the box office. Despite doubts about its odd mix of romance, comedy, and the supernatural, it delivered everything. Suspense, emotion, and unforgettable performances from Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore, and Whoopi Goldberg. More than 30 years later, Ghost still proves that great storytelling never dies. Fact 10. Whoopi Goldberg almost didn't make it into the movie. Whoopi Goldberg's hilarious performance as Oda Mae Brown added the perfect dose of comedy to Ghost. But she almost didn't get the role. Producers wanted an unknown actress, and Goldberg had to fight for a chance. With Patrick Swayze backing her, she finally won them over. And the rest is history. Her performance earned her an Oscar and turned Oda Mae Brown into one of cinema's most beloved characters. Fact 11. The infamous pottery scene has been parodied countless times. Few movie moments are as iconic as Ghost's pottery scene. As Demi Moore's Molly shapes clay and Patrick Swayze's ghostly Sam joins her to Unchained Melody, it became the ultimate symbol of passion and loss. The scene's impact has lasted for decades, spoofed in The Naked Gun 2.5, Community, and even by Demi Moore's ex-husband, Ashton Kutcher, in 2.5 Men. That simple pottery wheel turned into a timeless piece of pop culture, proving that love, and great cinema, never fade. Fact 12. Filming gave Swayze flashbacks to his father's death. While shooting a scene using a plaster model of his body, Patrick Swayze was suddenly reminded of touching his father's body at his funeral, a memory he had long buried. The moment hit him so hard he nearly fainted. For Swayze, Ghost wasn't just acting. It was reliving real grief. That raw emotion gave his performance the depth and honesty that still move audiences today. Fact 13. Tony Goldwyn got the role of Carl thanks to his wife. Before Ghost, Tony Goldwyn was a struggling actor, despite coming from Hollywood royalty. His big break came because of his wife, Jane Muskie, the film's production designer. She knew the role of Carl was still open and kept urging him to audition. After some persistence and a bit of luck, the casting team revisited his tape and loved his performance. Director Jerry Zucker thought he seemed too nice, but that charm made Carl's betrayal even more shocking. And it all started because his wife wouldn't let him give up. Fact 14. Director Jerry Zucker said he'd cast Patrick Swayze over my dead body. Before filming began, Zucker wanted nothing to do with Swayze, seeing him as just an action star after Roadhouse. But Swayze wouldn't give up and pushed for an audition. When he read the film's emotional final scene, the room fell silent. Everyone was in tears. In that moment, Zucker saw the depth and vulnerability he'd been missing. That audition didn't just win Swayze the role. It defined the heart of Ghost. Fact 15. Demi Moore didn't think the movie would be a hit. Even though she loved the script, Demi Moore admitted she doubted Ghost would work. A love story about a dead man protecting his girlfriend, mixed with comedy and suspense, sounded risky. She later joked it could be something amazing or a total disaster. Luckily, it was the former. Ghost struck the perfect balance of romance, humor, and heartbreak, proving that big risks can lead to unforgettable results. Fact 16. The movie revived the song Unchained Melody. That famous pottery scene didn't just make Ghost unforgettable, it also brought the Righteous Brothers' Unchained Melody back to life. Originally a 1965 hit, the song soared to #1 again in 1990 after the film's release. Ironically, singer Bill Medley said he never saw it coming. The song became a monster hit twice, both times thanks to Patrick Swayze. Fact 17. The film used baby cries to create a terrifying sound. One of Ghost's creepiest sound effects didn't come from monsters or machines. It came from real recordings of crying babies. The sound team slowed the cries down, added reverb, and mixed them with deep rumbling tones to create the chilling wails of the shadowy demons that drag souls to hell. By turning something innocent into something horrifying, they gave Ghost one of its most haunting and unforgettable moments. Fact 18. Ghost made romantic films cool again. In 1990, action movies like Die Hard 2 and Total Recall dominated theaters, but it was Ghost and Pretty Woman that stole audiences' hearts and the box office. Their success revived Hollywood's love for romance, paving the way for future hits like The Bodyguard, Jerry Maguire, and Titanic. Fact 19. Tony Goldwyn received hate mail for playing the villain. Fans adored Ghost's love story but hated Carl Bruner, the friend who betrayed Sam. Tony Goldwyn played him so convincingly that angry viewers sent him hate mail and even confronted him in public. Goldwyn later said he took it as a compliment, proof that his performance hit exactly where it was supposed to. Fact 20. Ghost turned Demi Moore into Hollywood's highest-paid actress. Before Ghost, Demi Moore was well known, but not yet a superstar. Her emotional performance as Molly changed that, launching her into the A-list and skyrocketing her paychecks. By the mid-1990s, she was earning up to $12.5 million for striptease, the highest salary for any actress at the time, solidifying her place as one of Hollywood's biggest stars. More than 3 decades later, Ghost still moves audiences with its perfect blend of love, loss, and the supernatural. From its haunting sound design to that unforgettable pottery scene, it remains one of the most unique films ever made. Which of these weird facts surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes secrets and movie facts just like this one.